what's up guys? I'm Anthony. This is the Silver Screen Analysis. Thank you guys so very much for checking out this video. Today we have a solid thriller to talk about called Searching, directed by Anesh Jakanti, starring John Cho, Deborah Messing, and Michelle Law. Like 2015's Unfriended, this would be considered a computer screen movie. The story takes place entirely through laptop screens and other digital devices. The plot in this one revolves around a widower that is desperately trying to track down his missing 16-year-old daughter by finding clues from her various social media accounts. I think recently in the world of movies, it sort of feels like the horror genre can often give new film techniques a bad rap. I think the found footage genre does have some positives when done properly. Unfortunately, most films often use it to mask over a lack of substance, to heighten suspense that the narrative alone can provide. Thus, the found footage technique has kind of a tainted appeal to it. Now in comes the computer screen movie, stories that take place entirely on screens within the screen that we are watching to give off a more immersive point of view, like the recently mentioned horror movie Unfriended, a movie that was not overly creative as far as plot progression, but one that did add a unique element to an otherwise kind of been there, done that high school horror film by using this approach. And I don't think it's gimmicky yet, but I do think there still are people that probably scoff at it. Searching attempts to use this technique and weave it into a grounded, realistic thriller, and it without a doubt succeeds in doing so. This movie grabbed my imagination and my heart right away, and it gripped it tightly throughout this just tireless saga of a father trying to find his missing daughter while at the same time discovering he didn't know who she was as much as he had assumed. Watching the story progress and seeing all the layers to it peel back on the various windows inside these computers was surprisingly fascinating. It did feel slightly hectic at times, but for the most part I thought the information revealed itself very timely to keep the tension on a continually high level. The film opens with a brief backdrop to the family, and from there you as the viewer learn things in real time with the main character. For me, it made me feel like I connected with the main character much more, like I was experiencing his fear and his stress and all his emotions with him. That element, added with a truly consistent unpredictability, just made this a compelling thriller to watch twist and turn its way to the end. It kept me guessing, and it had me on edge with some unexpected story directions that I thought were very nicely executed. The story also uses the current society of social media in a very realistic way to capture how many relationships in the family are in the era of the online generation, and that disconnect from authentic real-life relationships that can easily happen without you even realizing it. But the very well-structured storyline was not the only element that carried the intrigue in this one, because John Cho delivers an emotionally charged performance that definitely resonated with me. I often relate Cho to his comedic performances, but he was able to show some very sincere, heartfelt emotion throughout this film. I thought he was subtly charming when the story needed him to be, and he portrayed every bit of the desperate father. This movie was reliant on Cho, and he delivers a multi-layered performance that felt realistic and never forced. I also thought Deborah Messing and Michelle Law provided this film with some naturally genuine performances that were effective for their character types and enabled them to really leave their imprint on this film as well. So overall, I'm going to give Searching 90% on the entertainment meter for what this film wanted to be and the grounded story that it wanted to tell. I thought it absolutely succeeded in doing so. It isn't filled with intricate dialogue and big studio polished. It's a subtle thriller that builds tension very well and provides a lot of genuine misdirection. I thought the performance from Cho was fantastic, and while some of the information does reveal itself a little quickly at times on the various screen windows, it still does what a great suspense thriller should do. It builds tension, it has you guessing till the end, and that's something this movie accomplishes, and that's why I recommend definitely going to check it out in the theater. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, share it with your friends, leave a comment. I love to hear from you guys. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when all the new videos pop up. All my social media links are going to be down in the description below. You can also visit the Silver Screen Analysis for a wide range of movie related content, and here's some links to some recent reviews just in case you missed them.